So we're here at the Belt Shed today in Esperance, and we're here to speak up for the animals that are being exploited, abused and murdered in the leather industry. And as you can see, their hides are being draped over this fence. These are the skins of murder victims, innocent animals that did not deserve to die. We were approached by one of the business owners, and he decided to be a real cowboy and get his whip out, and was borderline almost whipping Tash with his full strength. Then he came at me looking like he was about to punch me in the face. So it says a lot about the guilt and the defensiveness of these people, these business owners, and the people here actually purchasing the products. They're the ones funding this industry. If you would say that you're against animal abuse and murder, why aren't you vegan yet? Do you support murdering innocent animals?
Yes, we certainly do.
Yep. What if they were dogs? Or other humans?
Why don't you get over here?
Oi, that's
Come
mine.
here. Come on.
Fuck off.
You want to go?
No.
He's here, I'm making a
Are you actually going to assault me?
Oh, I don't.
Assault me for standing over with a sign?
Yeah. Fuck, get out of here.
Oi. Fuck off.
Joint, mate! Don't fucking
Give that.
Get out of here!
Yeah, you want to get a job?
Stop making up crap!
Yeah. Get out of here.
This isn't going to look very good for the police. He just assaulted us.
We've leased this land. Can you please walk over there because you're on private property at the moment? I'm asking you to fuck off my property.
Oh, but the people that just assaulted us?
They're fine to stay there, are they?
They're my customers.
Well,
I don't give a shit. There's murdered animals behind you. I don't give a fuck. Jack, are you okay?
yeah, I'm fine.
I was scared he was going to punch you. So
Well, I
that's
kept
why
my distance.
kicking.
Did you capture any of that
I don't know.
when they came up to me?
Yeah, but I was scared and I came in and he was going to punch you. Jackie was going to fucking punch you.
Yeah, I was able to. It was better to record it.
It's okay if you want to protest, okay?
Yeah.
But obviously, you can't be getting in fights with people, okay?
They attempted to assault
assaulted
us.
us.
We're here
We
to
have
do a
full
peaceful
footage.
protest.
That's
We
great.
have it on footage.
That's
We
great.
did not do anything.
Yeah.
We're here to film and speak up for animals. This man got a actual whip out, cow whip. He almost whipped myself and Jack,
I got it on
like
footage.
fully lashing. And then two other farmers came up and put a fist in Jack's face when he was standing there silently. We're not here to cause violence or trouble.
If you're here quietly, you know, you're entitled to do that, okay?
Yeah.
We don't want people getting in fights, okay?
Yeah, well, we want to press charges for
they're
attempted
saying-
assault.
They're saying it was you kicking off, so, you know.
Well, we got.
Well, we want to press charges for attempted assault.
Well, at the moment, you know, you need to go to the station. They're making complaints against you, so we're happy for you to be here, okay? You're entitled to be here, okay?
Yeah.
But you stay on this side of the road and just avoid them people, okay?
Sure, but because we're from Perth and we're actually leaving today, is there any other way that we are able to put forward a statement, possibly over the phone for a report?
What I want to do, I'm going to put a report on the CAD job, okay?
Sure.
But you stay over here and they can stay over there, okay? You've all got your own views, and that's fine.
Sure.
Legally, what happens if someone comes and tries to assault you with a weapon?
Legally,
And
well,
it's with evidence.
well, legally it'd be an assault, okay? But
Even if he doesn't make contact, but he almost gets you?
well, it depends on what scenario, okay? There's heaps of scenarios. At the moment, we've been called here because allegedly you people are causing issues, okay? As far as we're concerned, you study
course
being
they're gonna
peaceful,
say that,
okay?
Mhm.
Well, maybe they'll say the
But
same
if we
about
have
you.
some footage to
Okay.
back up to show them we were standing there and they came up with
Just
a
so
whip.
you know who we're speaking to, what was your name?
Tash. Oh, Natasha is my full name.
You guys are happy to stay here on this side of the road, okay? If you're yelling abuse or whatever you say, listen, I wasn't there. I can only go off what they're telling me, okay? But if you stay here with your sign, that's fine. You're not causing. It's a peaceful protest. You're entitled to do it, okay? So
Sure.
I'll leave it at that, okay?
Thanks very much.
So, and then just in terms of reporting that whip, we just
Well,
call up or?
Well, show me your footage now.
Yeah, sure, man.
Being here is antagonising.
Being here is antagonising.
Well,
we literally walked up. We could have been customers at that point.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Hey?
You wasn't, or was you?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
How do we
That's
antagonise?
disgusting.
Because you're protesting about what they're selling, okay? You're interfering with the business.
not interfering with the business. I was standing there with a sign.
That's my opinion.
That's your opinion.
In the police opinion, you're antagonising them by being here. Okay?
And what about in the legislation?
From our
Got nothing to do with that.
If you stay over here and protest from here quietly, you're entitled to do that. There's no issues.
And we're also entitled to stand over
about
there.
his behaviour, okay? Because no, you shouldn't be doing that, all right?
No, we don't want a lecture. We want justice here, and in the legislation that is attempted assault.
Okay.
And whether your opinion is that we're antagonising or not, we're non-violent animal rights activists.
He also has his reasons for doing things, okay?
We understand that. We have nothing inherently against him.
Provocation is a defence, okay? You're provocating him by being here, okay?
Yeah, but everyone has... Are we in a communist country? I can't believe this.
Yes.
Not to be whipped because we use our words.
And he also has a defence of provocation, okay? You being here is provocating him, okay? He's trying to do his
And what
business.
about the murdered bodies draped around the fence? Where's their voice? We're here to speak up for them.
Okay.
We have nothing inherently against these people. We're trying to raise public awareness.
Cows, okay? No, okay.
Do you know what happens in a slaughterhouse?
Okay. If you stay here,
I think they
with
do
your
more
opinion,
than
that's
complain.
fine, okay?
No, I'm allowed over there too.
No.
I'm allowed wherever I
If you go over
wish
there,
because I'm not in a communist country.
Okay? Leave it.
Yeah, but I'm allowed to do that. It's disgusting.
Wait a
I'm just wondering what's happening because we wish to press charges and we don't want someone's personal opinion. As a police officer, you shouldn't be bringing your personal opinion into something, and we wish to press charges.
Someone has the defence of provocation, okay? You're provoking them by being there.
And can you, where's that in the legislation? What you're citing here?
That he has a defence of provocation.
And can you explain to me what that means exactly and why that means he should not be charged with assault?
Make a report, you can attend the police station, okay? So leave it to it.
Protecting animal abuse and assault. Nice work. Fuckers. So we're just having an interaction with the police officer. We showed him the footage of the attempted assault, the man who near missed us with cow whip, as well as the farmers who came up and held a fist to Jack's face. He reviewed the footage, and after that he said that we were there to antagonise them. We're in a country town here, so we were antagonising them and basically insinuating that they were allowed to react in that way because we were antagonising them by being present here for a non-violent protest, just standing, not even like an actual protest to be honest, because I wasn't speaking out at the point in time when we were assaulted. We were just speaking up for the animals, doing a live stream. And then he said, what I can do is I'll have a word with the business owner and we'll leave it at that. And I said, no, I don't want you to give him a lecture. I want an enactment of the legislation here because that is a criminal offence to attempt to assault someone with a weapon. So anyway, he just still proceeded to go off and talk to the business owner, and then we realised that he wasn't coming back to us and he went in the police car and was about to leave when I stopped them and said, well, I want to make a complaint here, I want charges to be pressed. And he said that I can't do that, and said that the business owner has a defence of propagation, which I actually don't understand what that means. And I did just try and search in the West Australian legislation for this so-called defence of propagation. And
provocation, I would imagine. Provoking, like provocation.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, he said that the business owner has a defence of provocation, which can be a complete defence to an offence to which an assault is an element which the prosecution needs to prove. The defence is no longer available to a person charged with murder. So
we assaulted him, therefore he has a right to assault us back, is that what you're saying?
Basically. Yeah, if someone assaults someone to protect themselves, then that is a defence of provocation, from what I understand. So us being here with a sign, whether we're silent or speaking out, the police officer is basically insinuating that we were there to assault them and antagonise them. Therefore, he had a right to whip us. and the farmer had a right to try and punch Jack in the face, essentially. That's what the police officer told us. So, yep, they've gone now, but we'll see what we can do to proceed with charges. What the fuck?